got good power. So this is the Freedom Fox by Flite Test with the speed wing on. Just flew it with the stole wing. That was our first flight and it flew well, so expect nothing drastically different. Probably wants to fly a little faster. We're in a 3-cell 2200 milliamp E-flite pack right now. Gonna see how she does that loop. Definitely feels a little heavier wing loaded, but not bad. I was a little slow entering that. Does great hammerheads. Got a lot of rudder authority. Probably gonna add some exponential to the rudder on this one.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Didn't think I'd need any expo on this plane, but probably do there. Nice roll rate. Oh, rolls definitely faster with the speed wing on. That was a little more than scale, we'll say. Pretty stable. There's no stabilization that we're using. I'm using just a standard. It is an AS3X receiver, but I have AS3X disabled on it, so it's just a standard receiver right now. Rudder is very effective, but not a ton of cross coupling with the ailerons. A little bit to be expected with a high wing with a little bit of dihedral. Watched a couple reviews on this plane where guys said they had a real hard time keeping it on its wheels on landing, and they had some not so positive things to say. I didn't really notice that. With the stole wing, I was able to land it. If you haven't seen our landing the turbo timber video and you're thinking about getting this plane, it might be a good idea to go watch that again. Letting off on the back pressure really helps with the big wheels and the short coupled planes. Did try to ground loop a little bit on me, but again, to be expected. Shorter coupling, nice and stable. I like the look. You did a good job making it look like the Freedom Fox. It's got a little brake set in the ESC, I think. I just heard it. Prop was trying to windmill and it braked it. That was interesting. I'm sure that's adjustable.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Can actually slow roll nicely. Slow it down a little bit. Yeah, so again, I kick myself for listening to the other reviews, guys. This is not a horrible plane. Flies pretty well. I think they did a good job for what it is. We'll say I think the price point is a little high considering there's no receiver or stabilization included. I think it's another 40 or 50 bucks for something like the turbo timber with the AS3X receiver installed, plus the floats, plus, and it's a little bigger. Doesn't mean this is a bad deal. I just think I think they could have got the price point a little lower. But if you're looking for something that looks like Trent's plane or something that's a little more scale than a turbo timber, this is definitely a good option.
One minute.
1 minute remaining. Even snap rolls. This guy should have inverted. Over rotates a little bit on snap roll to be expected because there's no stabilization. Inverted's a little squirrely, but it does it.
30 seconds.
On the runway.
20 seconds.
As soon as the runway clears, we'll land.
10. Timer expired.
I'm gonna land, guys. I should be short, but I'm running out of battery.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Slows down. I feel like I should land it off the runway. Trent's honor, but. Not bad. Like I said, this is going to be a little tippy because it's taller and short coupled, but nothing you can't handle. And you can taxi it through the rocks, so that's a bonus, right? All right, guys, we're out here at the Marks Club once again with the Freedom Fox by Flite Test. And got to start off by eating a little crow. And I did a little bit in the unboxing video. I felt bad because I kind of dismissed this airplane. But honestly, coming out to fly today, I still had that negative impression in my mind that this was not going to be an enjoyable plane. I listened to the other reviews, and I think that's one of the nice things about working for ourselves now is we give real reviews. So if I didn't like this, I'd tell you. I'm not saying it's the best plane out there, but I'm saying it's a good plane. If you're looking for something that's scale, unlike like a turbo timber or something that's a little more of a sport plane, or if you really like Trent Palmer's channel and you like his Freedom Fox and you're looking for something, go for it. You know, I watched a review where a guy talked about not being able to land it and keep it on its wheels, and it's a little squirrely. You know, it's a little tall. This landing gear's probably got a little less tension in it than it should have for handling on the landings, but it handles the rough stuff taxiing really well, and it articulates really well. So I can see what the guys were going for. It did kind of want a ground loop on landing, but you know, using the tips I gave in the turbo timber or the landing gear turbo timber video we had, which we'll put the link up here for that, it wasn't that bad. It tried to turn right on me and it took all the rudder authority to get it back straight, but I kept it on the wheels both flights. I flew it with the stole wingtips and the speed tips. I did feel a difference. Roll rate was the biggest difference in the two. The roll rate with the stole wingtips is very scale to what you see on Trent's videos. With the shorter speed wings, it definitely rolled quicker. Didn't notice a whole bunch of difference in how slow you could fly or the stability, but definitely noticeable. So we flew it with a 3-cell 2200 milliamp battery pack, 5.5 minute flights with no problem. I'm running a Spectrum, I believe it's the AR636 AS3X receiver. I'll double check that and put the link below, but with no AS3X configured, and it flies fine. So again, my apologies. It's definitely a good flying plane. I think the value might be a little bit off. I think at $259 for this plane, or $239, it's a little high with no receiver, no stabilization. But again, if this is what you're looking for, I'm not saying it's not worth it. So there you go, the Kit Fox by Flite Test. Check it out. If you haven't checked out Trent Palmer's channel, go check it out. We'll put his link in the description below as well. He's got some great information. He's doing some great things pushing the general aviation world and the kit plane world. So there you go. Hope you enjoy.